Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, you guessed it, I'll be doing a review on the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Concealer and their Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder. So, this was what I would say a pretty anticipated launch by Fenty. You guys know, if you've seen any of my other videos, I am big on complexion products, so I myself was very excited for these items. Some quick things to know about both of these. Starting with the powder, it's a lightweight powder. It's supposed to blur imperfections. There's no flashback. It's supposed to be a long-wearing powder that controls oil, and it does have 8 shades, and it retails for $32, and it is about 0.98 ounces, which is comparable to Laura Mercier, which is 1 ounce. So quite a lot of product that comes in this one, just like our other favorite setting powders. As for the concealer comes in 50 shades, which is supposed to match the foundation range that has also expanded in 10 shades. So the foundation is now 50 shades as well, so that is amazing. This is a medium to full coverage concealer. It claims to be crease proof and long wearing, and this retails for $26, which is amazing for Fenty Beauty. This is 0.27 ounces, which is comparable to NARS concealer, which is 0.22 ounces. One of my favorite concealers right now, the Cover FX Power Play concealer, that one is actually 0.33, so this falls right in the middle. Just some important notes about these two items. So now that we have all of that out of the way, let's just move right into the demo. Alright, so getting started, I already have my skin primed, my foundation is on, brows are on, did my contour, all of that off camera. So for the concealer, I actually used my Cover FX Power Play concealer as reference to choose my shade in this concealer, and I ended up with 330. So that is, I think, 4 shades down from my foundation shade in the Fenty Beauty foundation, which I'm 370 by the way. So 330 just seems to be like the closest shade to this color, and this one I would say is actually a little bit more golden. I'll actually swatch them for you. So I think you guys can see the difference in color. This one is the Cover FX Power Play concealer. This is in N Medium 3, and this is the Fenty Beauty concealer in 330. So pretty much you can tell like these are pretty close, but the undertone is just a little bit different. Alright, now everything I heard from this concealer is that a little bit goes a long way, so we're gonna start very small, like very, very small first, and just kind of go from there. So just gonna dab a little bit of this on. And I can tell that you really don't have to dip back in, like the applicator picks up a lot of product, so that's pretty good. And it is very creamy. I like the feel of it. I love that wand. That was really comfortable to put on. All right, and I'm just gonna bring you guys in closer so you can see how it blends out. Wow, a little does go a long way. Woo! Yeah, I could definitely see people overdoing this. I watched some reviews that said that you don't have like a lot of time to blend this out, but that doesn't really seem true. Like, it's very creamy. It seems like it's just blending like nice and easily. I'm really happy that I went with the shade 330. I usually use Alyssa Ashley as reference, and she said she used 360. I swatched that one in store, and that one is so neutral. Like, that would not work. Like, this just looks really, really good. I'm loving the color, loving the finish, because you guys know me, like, I have dry under eyes, so I was a little afraid. I was like, ugh. Because if this is anything like the foundation, it's just gonna be too matte for me, but this is really pretty, and I definitely could have put more on. I think actually I will put a little more on just to see like how it builds up. All right, I'm just gonna blend this out and I'll be right back. All right, so that's all blended, and you truly don't need a lot of this at all. I could see this getting a little cakey. Just a little cakey if you put on too much. So just be mindful of that. Just you don't need a lot. You just really don't need too much. But this is looking really, really pretty. Like, the coverage is amazing. I mean, that's a full coverage concealer right there, but it looks like skin. Like, it's the best kind of full coverage concealer. All right, and now for the powder, I actually got the shade Honey. I didn't want to get like a super, super brightening powder, just because I know that I'm not gonna be using this like directly under my eyes. So as usual, I'm just gonna take my Charlotte Tilbury powder and just press this right underneath my eyes. Just set directly under. Yeah, that looks really good. All right, so these work together really well. I mean, I didn't doubt that, but you know. All right, and this is what the powder looks like. So it's a really nice golden kind of color. So first I'm just gonna take my sponge and kind of see like if the formula is good to press into the skin. I'm feeling like it's probably better to just like dust it on with a brush, but we'll see. I'm just gonna focus this around here. That has a nice pleasant smell. It smells like the primer, like exactly like the primer. So if you have that and you want to know what this smells like, that's what it smells like. Okay, so not bad with the sponge, but I think that it just kind of darkens things a little more than I would like. So I'm just gonna go in with the brush. Just gonna take my Morphe E48, yeah, and kind of just dust that on. I feel like the powder does make a difference in your skin. Like it does make it look pretty flawless. Right in here, I just feel like, you know, I have pore problems and it just smoothed that out. That looks good. Okay. All right, so far so good. I want to see how the concealer and the powder hold up. I'm really curious to see how the powder holds up, because if this is like a long wear powder, then this has completely replaced my Laura Mercier, because I really like the finish that it leaves on my skin. Yeah, this looks really pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my face and I will be right back. All right, and now for one of the newer Mattemoiselle lipstick shades in Dragon Mami. I'm just gonna apply this. Okay, that is bright, but I love this color so much. Wow. And these are really comfortable on the lips too. It's like I don't feel it. Okay, so my face is done. So now all that's left to do is to see how this holds up. It's 12:05 right now. So I guess I'll just give this about 4 to 5 hours and I will come back and show you guys how everything held up. So I will be back in about 4 to 5 hours. All right, so I am back and it is now exactly 5 hours. Everything still just looks really pretty, especially like my under eye area, like flawless. Still looks perfect. This is my area where I get pretty oily, so I mean, I'm not surprised. And I really didn't do any of my like extra steps today to prevent any oils from coming through. I just used this powder, so I'm gonna play around with it a little bit more, but the way it makes my skin look is just so nice. All I have to do is really just, you know, kind of get the excess little oils off and boom, I feel fine. So overall, I'm just really happy with these two products, especially the concealer. Like if nothing else, this concealer is beautiful. I am really impressed. And that is everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this review on the Fenty Beauty concealer and setting powder. If you did, please be sure to give me a big thumbs up, subscribe if you're not, and check out my other videos while you're here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys. Okay, all right, we got a little cloud, okay now.